everyone, it's Gina here from Expanding Consciousness, and I'm here with Susan.
From Capricorn Spirit. Hello.
Hi. So at this time of year, as we know, it's Matariki, and it's celebrated in its own way all around the world, and in European cultures we often refer to the Matariki stars as the Pleiades. But here in New Zealand it marks our new year as such. It's a time where we reflect on the past year, we reflect on the present, take a moment to take in the present moment, and then we sort of make some plans for the year ahead. And this is a really nice reflective time. I always really like Matariki. I tend to go a little bit quieter within myself. It's a colder time of year, so I like to spend a bit of time indoors and just nurturing myself as well. And Susan's got a range of crystals here to discuss with you. These crystals can all support us in different ways at this time of year, can't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So one of the big things even in the crystal world that we talk about during the winter months and for Matariki and Pleiades is that self-reflection. It is a really big time for self-reflection. And so I brought along some crystals today just to show a few that you could use in that space. So we have the beautiful amethyst. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. It's just gorgeous. So amethyst is about listening to our own intuition. It opens up our third eye a bit more. It opens up our intuition more. It allows us to start thinking and feeling inside ourselves. Now, it does it in a very special way because amethyst is about peace, harmony and balance, which is what we're bringing about at Matariki in particular, is about that peace, harmony and balance. It is about reflecting, and it's also about remembrance. So when we talk about opening our third eye and our intuition, we also open our way to remembering those that have passed or those that have been, and having those conversations with them and remembering them. And amethyst is great for doing that. So that's a beautiful amethyst. You can have a look at if you like.
So would you say this is a lovely thing to hold if people are in the habit of perhaps having a prayer or a blessing and just some way of just taking a moment to connect in with their loved ones that have passed over?
Definitely. It is, you know, and when you're having that time, if you're just sitting and holding a crystal, now that crystal amethyst had a point, so you would hold the point facing you, so that energy is flowing into you. So yeah, the energy of the crystal will always go along the apex coming out through the point. So when you're wanting to absorb that yourself, you then have that point sitting facing you. So yeah, so and amethyst is great for doing that. Another beautiful crystal, and I'm not sure Gina will probably be able to show you it better, is this labradorite. And labradorite's another one for our self-reflection. It's also about the self-reflection of transformation. So when we're going through things, when we're looking at change, which we do when we self-reflect, when we reflect on where we've been, what we've been doing, how we're at and where we want to be in the future, labradorite is wonderful for that. It starts to bring into us the transformation side of our reflections. So where do we want to go? What is it that we want to be doing when we come out of this period? Now this labradorite there is a beautiful golden labradorite. So labradorite or labradorite, as some people call it. Oh, that's a good picture of it. You can even see a little bit of the purple in it. That's just gorgeous. It's also very protective. So when we're looking at that, and we may go into a meditation and do some journeying, or when we're out and about in public, it's a really lovely crystal to have on us or work with in meditation, because it also provides that really nice level of protection for us as well. So when we're meditating and wanting to look at where we're going and things, it will also, even though we're transforming and wanting to move forward with change, it will make sure we're protected in that space. So it's just beautiful. It's known to bring in universal light.
Oh, beautiful.
So it's just stunning for that.
It holds a lot of light too. You can see it reflecting.
It does, yeah. And it's the one key thing about labradorite. And you will see other colours of labradorite as well. Some will be blue, some will be gold, some purple, and some green. So you will see the colours reflected. And if labradorite is right for you, you will see the colours. If you do not see the colours in a stone, like labradorite, or your moonstone is another one. The feldspar crystals. If you can't see the colours, that's not the crystal for you. It's not one you should be using at this time. So always be conscious of that. The crystals will let you know in some way whether that's what you should be using. So
Interesting.
another crystal that you can use is the beautiful lapis. So this is lapis. It's not a big one. We don't always have to have big crystals either. So it's just a beautiful small one. Now lapis has pyrite in it as well. So as well as having that elevation and using our higher chakras, moving ourselves up into different vibrations, it also has pyrite, which will keep us grounded in that. So lapis is great for opening our third eye, and again in that self-reflection. Very, very good for us to hold, to meditate with, to connect with when we're reflecting on ourselves and what the energies we want to bring into our lives, what are the energies we want to release as well. So lapis is great for doing that. Because one of the things I think when you've got that self-reflection is as well what you've got to release. You know, we spend a lot of time, what do we want to bring in? Where do we want to go? What do we want to manifest? What do we want in our lives? But we've got to realise we've got to release first.
Yeah.
So
We do, and that helps us be more present in the moment, and it helps us move forward with a lighter energy field, right? We don't want to take the baggage from the past.
That's it, yeah. So lapis is great for doing that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so those are our self-reflections, but what it is also about is self-love. You know, we can't get too critical of ourselves. When we're reflecting, we've also got to reflect on all those things that are amazing about ourselves. And we can use some gorgeous crystals. Like this is a Mangano calcite, this one. I'm not sure if you'll see how beautifully pink it is, but Mangano calcite is actually really good for just a bit of love, a bit of healing love for ourselves, healing our heart. Really, really gorgeous. That's a particularly nice one. And it's a gorgeous, gorgeous pink, but hopefully will come through in the colours. But you can use that when you're just sitting, if you're feeling slightly low, you know, and when we go through winter and we can sometimes feel a bit sort of, when we've been reflecting and internalising and we start to think, oh, you know, I don't know that I feel that good, then use your Mangano calcite, which is a form of pink calcite, but it's actually Mangano. Just gorgeous, and you can see sort of it has little lines in it, some little striations. So,
and would
gorgeous.
you say the self-love is also that self-compassion with yourself? Yeah,
it is. It is. You know, I hear people quite often say, "Oh, I've been working on myself. I've been working on myself. It's been just so terrible. You know, like it's just so hard." It's not meant to be quite that hard. You know, it is actually okay to be compassionate and okay when we're working on ourselves. We all have our shadow self, we all have our darker sides, and we all have our lighter sides. You know, it's about balance, about bringing it into balance and accepting ourselves for who we are. And this crystal really helps that self-acceptance. And another little crystal for that, and I just happen to have it on a little heart, is rose quartz. So rose quartz, of course, is all about love. So it is all about self-love. Now, we talk about rose quartz regularly as romantic love, and that's wonderful because it does bring romance, but the way it does it is by loving ourselves. So rose quartz is very much a crystal about loving yourself, the whole of you, who you are. And that then, of course, will open you up to allow love to enter your life. So those sort of ones that are quite nurturing for us and great for being kind to ourselves.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So just so nice. And then when we come through winter, we want to, in this self-reflection and through Matariki, when we're coming through that stage of reflection and everything else, we then got to lift our energy back up again. So we have gorgeous carnelian. So beautiful, beautiful carnelian. This has got some amazing orange colour in it, which is just stunning. just stunning. And carnelian is about sacral chakra. It's about your sexuality. It's about your energy. It's about bringing in dance to your life and joy and happiness and creativity. It's all those energies that you're bringing back into your life as we come through this cycle. So carnelian's a great one to use for that. So it's such a creative stone as well. So if you, even during your time of reflection, if you're a journaler, if you like to journal, which I always think is really good for people, then use your carnelian if you want to get creative in your writing. That will support you. If you're feeling like you're blocked somehow, you know, you might use it before you do some drumming or some music or any of those things, and it's great for that creative release. So wonderful.
And the colour of it too is like the sacral chakra, because a lot of that creativity comes from there too, doesn't it?
That's right, and that's the orange in there.
And isn't it nice because it feels warm? You know, like as you say, you're coming out of the winter, you start getting a bit warmer with the colours. It's
and you have that feeling. So and then the next one is all about good luck and good fortune. So this one here is a jade, a really nice jade. So it's not a New Zealand pounamu, it is just a normal African jade, but still absolutely beautiful, and still does that good luck, prosperity, abundance, bringing all those things into our lives. So that's what we want to have happen. We want to have that abundance occurring for us and for all those around us. When I talk abundance, I'm not talking just about money or wealth. I'm talking about abundance of love, abundance of joy, abundance in living and food and all those things that we need for our health and well-being. You know, and
that goes nicely with the seasons, doesn't it? Because, you know, as that springtime, we start to warm up, a little bit more sunshine, we get that abundance of fruit and vegetables and things like that growing,
and all of those coming through. And then this last one is a different one, so it's actually bloodstone. Now, I did question why I picked up bloodstone to bring, but bloodstone is purification. And it is about that. Once you've released everything, and we use bloodstone to purify it all, but it takes us into that next stage, feeling lighter, feeling freer, feeling, you know, and as well it's, again, an abundance crystal. Because once you've cleared out everything from your system, then you're filling it back up again. And this is a beautiful crystal to do that with. It's just gorgeous. And it's so nice to hold, that one. It's just beautiful. Really nice. Yeah. It's got a lightness to it.
It is quite detoxifying in its feeling, isn't it?
It is. Like, you ever feel it going through?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It almost works on that level of clearing out emotional things as well, those sort of metabolites that can build up in your body that hold emotion that you don't need anymore.
Yes. And that's
that detoxifying.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can really feel that.
As well as, you know, if you've had colds and flus over this time, bloodstone is brilliant because it does just cleanse that out as well. Yeah, so those are a few of the crystals that I brought today to just celebrate where we're at this time of year, and hopefully to take us into the future.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Susan, and wishing you all a wonderful New Year,
Yes.
Matariki.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.